What's up, everyone? Roy Plays here, and thought we change it up a little bit and try something different. I know, again, I'm doing a lot of that recently. Instead of finishing up projects that I should have finished up, kind of just starting new avenues and kind of leaving them behind. We are consolidating in this new form of the company, so we are going back through what we have done and what we haven't done. We are redoing a lot of things, repackaging it, making them a bit better, or finishing things up. We're really not sure at this moment, um, but the intention is to improve. That's the hope. That's kind of where we're at the moment. But what I figured we do in the meantime is, we usually have the rant every couple of weeks, once a month. Um, Kind of the rant kind of serves a purpose of me bringing up things that have annoyed me. Um, I don't get angry a lot. Things don't bug me as much. And when they do, they're usually not things I say on camera. So it's usually, um, work things or family things where, it's to be handled elsewhere. So not stuff that I should be recording. So as far as that, I figured just do, a weekly podcast where it's just me talking, occasionally other people with me. Are working on it. It is a plan. Sadly, most of the time we filmed on my phone. It just depends on whether or not we have um, time and space to do it. So it will definitely be weekly. It may sometimes fall on the same day as the rant. It just depends on what happens. So you will see more interactive, more content coming out as far as my podcast as well. And there is a plan for a third. It was meant to be the second official, but I ended up doing the rant instead, which was kind of my backup idea if the first two failed. So we're more on that one very soon because the pilot episode will be shot very, very shortly. Probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's just a matter of getting the source material together, the script, and then any other things to go with that episode. That's all I'll say for now. But I'm hoping it's going to go off pretty well. And again, like the rant, like Life in the Saloon, it's not going to be big, not going to be a very long episode at all. If anything, they're going to be quite short. But that's just how we're going to see them for now. Kind of thing. So yes, the name of this podcast is Life in the Saloon. It'll say so down below. I'm hoping I can do something with the thumbnail as well. Thumbnail for the rant isn't even fixed yet. It's still just literally my Patreon skull logo. So I don't know what I'll do for this one. I don't even know what I'll do for the rant because the rant will be changing as well. But this will be going. First episode will be going live, and then after that, it is on Patreon, and then will be weekly. Will be available a week early. So for those of you who are watching, in a couple of weeks, probably took a week gap, or I decided to film another episode the very next day. So we've got a few bankrolled and stacked up and ready to go. So it really just depends on where you're coming from, as to whether or not you got this a week early. So that's kind of what we're working for. As far as this, basically, this will be just a podcast to do talking shit, saying kind of whatever's on top of the mind. There will be subtle updates and announcements from the company, so there's that. I suppose unboxings if I feel the need, but again, we'll see. So as far as that, I don't really know. Still trying to piece together a lot of the things that I want to do for the channel. But as far as the company, so like I said, this aim is for half an hour. Probably not even going to get 15 minutes, and that's fine. Short podcasts are pretty good as well. Um, Long term, half an hour, 45 minutes will be kind of the aim. So they're not going to take long to film, and we can get more of them mashed out at once. Maybe have enough to be bankrolled so that in future we don't have to release them. Wouldn't say not weekly, but we won't have to release them kind of worried wise. So we'll go from there. But yeah, so so as far as the company's going, we did, as I mentioned in the last RP Life episode, which will be the final RP Life. From now on, this will take its place basically. So basically, I cut back again. I went from relying on other people to not relying. Trying to get help from basically any source I could, and it wasn't working. So I started trying to do things a lot myself, take on a whole slew of hats that maybe didn't understand what I was doing, 100%. And I mean, all you saw it. I mean, all you end up getting was weighing videos, which will be returning this week. But I didn't put enough effort into learning certain aspects of what I was going to be doing for the channel. So a lot of what I was doing was just guesswork. I thought, look, I'll just play games, commentate on that, go from there. Yes, that is a large avenue of what's going to be happening with the channel. And yes, the idea is eventually for that to split to a second channel once I kind of have a niche for this one. Until then, kind of the channel is all in one. Started doing shorts. I have one released so far. Kind of learning how to structure a short because, I mean, as far as the shorts, they're just announcements for me. That's the idea I've got in mind. But I do want to create shorts that kind of, they pull you in for different reasons. And that's kind of the idea behind them as far as how I want to utilize them. Again, nothing wrong with that. Just need to get them out there more. And I feel like the shorts are kind of pushed around based on whatever tags you put on them and stuff like that. So I am very much still learning how to use how to use the shorts in a positive way that fits kind of my needs and aims me in a direction that I want to go. As far as the videos are still something I'm very much learning as far as editing, which I now have an editor. Why the videos won't be coming out as much for the next couple of weeks, just so we can start getting a bankroll going of stuff that's ahead of time. It's a bit of a pain in the ass at the moment. And because, like I said, I don't 100% know exactly what I'm doing. I want to have things ready. I want to have them good to go on, like I said, a week ahead at most, at least. I'm aiming for a month ahead. Would be nice, but won't be happening anytime soon. On top of things that I want to get done, there are a lot of game series I need to finish or refilm. As far as Bar right there, Bar never got finished. Bar was literally, I got to a point where I realized I had made a lot of mistakes and couldn't get myself out of it. So with that being said, that will be something that I try to redo and soon. It's not something I don't want to do anymore. It's just something that I've found it very difficult to wrap my head around and actually get interested to do again, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with that series. it was a series that I was very happy with. But it stopped early, so we'll get back to it. It is on a list of things to finish. There's also thumbnails to redo, maybe some titles to remake. A lot of the original episodes I ever did, I wasn't terribly happy with. So we've got to redo them. The Gunk series will not be redone. I went to a point where I was asking, what do you think? Should I redo it? Should I not? Sorry, that was really bugging me. I can see my screen in the corner. Should I redo the series? Should I not redo it? I honestly don't know. But as it stands at this point, I've made the decision to not redo it. The revisit episode that I did, and I feel like I basically got through about an episode and a half of what I did the first time. I'm happy with. It came out better than the first episode or much of the first series did. But that's just it. They were my first 9 videos. And you can see from episode 1 through to 9, I learned a lot. So episode 1, I was had just gotten a whole bunch of the Elgato kit. Was trying to use the Wavelength software, which I had no understanding of. Didn't stop to learn it. I just kind of went, yep, done. And kept going. So it was very echoey. My levels weren't sorted out. I still don't understand it 100%, and it's over a year on. But I am learning. And there's other things I can do in place that can kind of fix problems that I've had. As far as background sound, heightening my own voice. You can definitely tell I had no confidence back then, or not enough. Even so, being the fact that I'd spent the last entire year before that on Twitch. Last year, spent very little time on it. This year so far, we're not exactly looking at high numbers. I think I've streamed 3 times. Maybe 4, because I didn't list down the payday one. But there you go. So not a lot of streams. And again, streams will all be archived on the channel for you guys to watch. But as far as that, as far as continuing on the series, the channel and what we're going to do from the beginning, we're going to start diving into a few new directions that aren't gameplay. They're not reviews, although we have reviews coming up. They're not unboxings. We have one unboxing coming up, and we're still waiting to find out when that's going to be released. Because at the point of filming this episode, which is the end of March, I've been waiting about a month and a half on information about the unboxing I wish to do. So we will find out. We will get there, and you will know more in time. You'll pretty much find out when I do. And with that, that basically brings up the head. So podcasts will be released weekly from this point onward. At least Saloon one will be. Rant will stick to every couple of weeks. A push to increase the timing on that would be better, but sorry. It is what it is. It's the work in progress. I am working on it. And then depending on how well it goes, depends on whether I knock up a logo for it, intro, outro, that kind of stuff. Like, if I'm going to do something big with it, I'll make a series out of it. If I'm not going to, I really don't see much point. That's why all my gameplay videos have my intro and outro onto them now. Like, they're edited to suit the purpose they've got. And so I'm working on what I want to do as far as that, and trying to think of how to change up the channel so it's a bit more entertaining. And what we've got in mind, I think it's going to work. So we're going to try that out, give it a solid 6 months. If it doesn't work, move on to the next idea. But I honestly think this will work, and I'm pretty proud of what we've done so far, just in the couple of weeks until we turn around. So, like I said, quick 15-minute podcast, kind of up to date with where I'm at, but nice little intro to it as well. And talk to you guys again next week. See you later.